the Bravo chairman has basically said that Lanithia Monique Leaks could bring her behind back to Atlanta Housewives. So I guess time heal all wounds, and we've all moved on from the situation that was surrounding NeNe accusing the people over at Bravo of being racist or whatever the case is. Because now they talking about that Miss Mamas can come back to the show. So wait, hold on. Wait, did I hit the right one? Yeah, I did. Hold on, that was way too big. That's what she said. Now, the door isn't closed, apparently. After years, years after NeNe Leakes started a very public battle with Bravo, NBC, Andy Cohen, and everyone else in charge of the Housewives of Atlanta, there's a sign of hope from Frances Berwick, chairman of Bravo and Peacock Unscripted. From her lips to the Bravo gods' ears, there might finally be a path forward, and it's about damn time. Now, fresh off a successful BravoCon, Francis spoke to Variety about the art of forgiveness in the Bravoverse. The topic has been on the mind of Bravo fans after Karen Huger made her first public appearance at the event following her stint in jail after a DUI. When she came out on stage at the Bravos, fans greeted her with a standing ovation. But can the same grace be extended to someone who publicly feuded with the network? Francis thinks that it can be, that it can be. We've had, she said, quote, I said quoted, quote, we have NeNe on red carpet shows for E. We have worked with NeNe since then. This is what Francis said of the disgruntled former RHOA star. And I said that to him like, yeah, they worked with her in the past. Like, if they're going to have her at NBC Universal events, then yeah, it clearly shows that time has passed. They moved on. No hard feelings, I guess. I mean, people get, look, I keep telling you, it's not show friends, this is show business. At the end of the day, it's a business. People get so caught up in their emotions, and you have a right to feel how you feel at times, but this is a business at the end of the day. And you can't get your emotions all wrapped up into into business type of endeavors. So, to get back into the article, as a reminder, for those of you who are not aware, NeNe accused Andy and the network at large of engaging in racist behavior. She said they blackballed her from other opportunities after she called them out. However, Francis believes that there could be a path forward. So, in a way, they're not denying that they blocked opportunities. And yeah, corporations are notorious for doing that. If you got a lot of white people running, at the top of the situation, and you ain't gonna have black folks that's gonna come in your favor and defend you because everybody's out here for self and they're not trying to rock the boat and ruin their shit. So why would they come out and defend you? But Francis, who, as I said, didn't deny that they blackballed her from other opportunities after she called them out for the things that they were doing, does believe that there could be a path forward. That could be either on RHOA or another show, such as the recently announced anniversary event series Real Housewives Ultimate Road Trip. So yeah, they have a new Ultimate Road Trip coming out. Ultimate Girl Show. I think ever since that situation happened with Caroline Manzo and Brandy Glanville, that show is done. I don't even think that season's ever going to come to air because they filmed that a while ago, and I think that lawsuit is ongoing. I guess I don't know what's happening with that. It just feels like it's in limbo. So I don't see like um them coming to terms with any kind of mutual type situation. So I do think we could see NeNe down the road. If she doesn't decide to do Real Housewives of Atlanta, I definitely could see her doing the Traders. I mean, didn't we hear stories that she was supposed to do this upcoming season of the Traders, the one that has Monet Exchange and all of them on there? She was supposed to do that season, but I believe something happened with her youngest son. He was in the hospital, so she had to drop out and tend to him. So I'm definitely thinking like with everything else going on, I don't know if there's any other kind of roadblocks that NeNe has going on right now. I could definitely see her signing up to do the next season of the Traders. And if not, I was gonna be like, maybe she could do that world's greatest what was it, that military show that Teresa Giudice just did. That sidebar, shout out to her daughter Gia, who was a winner on that season. She should have did that. I could see her doing that. But then again, NeNe don't give me the type that want to do physical activities. She would do something like The Apprentice again before she would do something like that. So I can't see her doing no kind of physical military type stuff. But as far as like Real Housewives of Atlanta, look, I haven't watched the Real Wives of Atlanta in the past couple of seasons because I just feel like I've outgrown that show. The whole thing of what made me like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, those feelings, that vibe isn't there anymore. So I'm not really feeling the franchise like I used to. I barely even watch any of the other franchises. The ones that I really stick to watching, I watch Beverly Hills. So I'm looking forward to seeing it that season. The one thing about Beverly Hills, yeah, they've had their ups and downs, but for the most part, they've always kept the true essence of what Beverly Hills is about intact with that franchise. That's why I've always stuck with it, regardless of how I feel about some of the people that come and go on the show. The core value of what makes Beverly Hills what it is hasn't changed. I feel like they've changed a lot of what was going on with what made me love Atlanta. And who knows, maybe bringing back NeNe, they could bring that feeling back. It could change. Like we could, you know, maybe they could help breathe some new life in um in the show. Hold on, because I'm just getting a lot of trolls in this thing today. Let's feel like the hold on. I'll get into my overall thoughts after this. But anyway, so what else is there to say? Okay, so they're basically saying that they want her to be on the show, and they say it's a variety of things, and it's also about the level of accountability, the level of change that that person is going to make. So, oh, this is what they're saying because I jumped over of the gun on this. So not only did they bring up NeNe, they asked, okay, so after what had happened with Kenya and that whole situation last year with the inappropriate photos or whatever, um, could the door possibly be open for Kenya to come back in some capacity? So she explained that accountability is an important factor when determining who to forgive and who to forget. So they say it's a variety of things, but it's also about their level of accountability, the level of change, and that person's going to have to make. So they want basically, if Kenya wants to come back to the Housewives of Atlanta, she has to own up to the part that she played in the Brit Edie photo scandal situation. Now, ultimately, the Bravo exec reiterated that they really want to close the door on their talent. The only exception is when they've done something seriously criminal, like Jen Shah. Even when someone isn't actively on the show, Francis said they're still part of the family. So perhaps this family feud with NeNe is finally coming to an end. So that makes me wonder too. Now, Jen Shah did something heinous. Does that mean y'all going? Oh, the door's going to be open for her? Because y'all know, like at the end of the day, money talks and so do them ratings. So that's what I think like people are going to focus on is that they want to focus on, the ratings or whatever. Cause like with Karen getting out of jail, get that exclusive interview because you know the ratings are gonna go through the roof. So at the end of the day, all these people care about is ratings. They, everybody's being used like pack mules. They don't care how it goes, whatever the case is, as long as they get them ratings, that's all they care about. And a lot of you people in this industry need to learn how to play the game to your advantage in order to progress and move on to the things that you really want to get. So it's always a give and take when it comes to working in this business. Yes, it's brutal. Yes, it's ruthless, but it is what it is. So would I like to see NeNe come back if it could help breathe some new life into this tired ass franchise? I would not be against her coming back, but I just feel like y'all really gonna have to work all kinds of miracles to get me interested in NeNe coming back to the show and give a damn about these other girls because I really don't care about a lot of these girls that's on the show. Now, if they brought back NeNe and Kenya, I'm like, okay, I'll be here for it. And I know some of y'all in the comments, how y'all, because we've had conversations before whenever I brought up Kenya, you're not too fond of her. But um, if they brought these two back, I wouldn't be all upset. It's just the way you utilize them. But like I said, there's plenty of reality shows that is a part of the NBC Universal, umbrella that she could be a part of. So I say let's say, what do you guys think of this story? Would you like to see NeNe come back to the show? The Bravo chairman, it ain't about what Andy say or whatever. If she still got beef with him, but I think she said that they worked things out. But the chairman over at Bravo said that they be here for NeNe coming back on the show. Now, would you like to see her come back? I definitely want to hear from you. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.